It's Diversity TV, bringing you the Untold Stories for the week of August 27th, 2021, from the fantastic city of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Hosted by myself, Rayyah Sempala. Sponsored by Rayyah Plumbing and Heating. Here are the headlines for this week. Interest in science, engineering, and mathematics in Black kids gets a boost from a mathematics professor. Ahinke's kitchen takes its cooking to the TV screens. Insurance expert Neva Perrotte tells us what is new in the insurance industry this month and what she's doing. Now the news in detail. Segment 1. Black kids face challenges choosing to do what they want to do, as school authorities often try to impose sports and other social subjects on them, discouraging them from doing subjects such as science, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. Jude Zivella, a mathematics professor at York University in Toronto, is trying to change all these stereotypes. He spoke to Diversity TV in Toronto.
Most of the kids in our community end up not ending up in this STEM program, either because of what their counselors in high school or junior high school tell them, that this is not meant for people that look like you, or because of their community. And so what we try to do is we bring them into the summer program that I'm currently running right now. When they come, they meet other kids, and then gradually we teach them in a family-friendly way. Even if they come in, they just to listen to our conversation. They listen to the conversation and then end up learning something and going back home with something. I was talking to one of my colleagues from U of T, Midayan, and she told me her daughter ended up doing social sciences because her daughter was told by a government counselor that the STEM program, mathematics, is not meant for you. We can change that. We show the kids that, no, this is your brother who is a professor in mathematics. And so that's what we try to do, learning from other communities. I learned from the indigenous community how that changed, and I believe that by starting here in Toronto, what I'm doing is going to get a lot of kids into the STEM program. People can simply just get involved by just going to Leadership Institute or sending me an email to jdkong@yorku.ca.
Segment 2. Finally, meet Stephanie Mbobda, who inspired her dad, Dr. Emmanuel Mbobda, to invest his pharmacological expertise to produce acne for darker skin types. It's a pleasure to finally meet the 17-year-old. Hear from Stephanie herself during our diversity community engagement in Calgary and how the products have helped keep her acne under control after many failed attempts with other products.
Having breakouts of acne, and my acne got really bad. That was age 14. And since then, I tried multiple products. Went to the store, I bought cleansing lotions, I bought toners, I did like a whole regime for myself and tried multiple products. Nothing worked. It actually made my acne worse, it made my skin sensitive and so what. So then I asked my dad to make a skincare regime that I can try out as last hopes for me to fix my acne. And he came up with these 4 products. So he came up with, first let's start with a cleanser, a cleansing lotion. So this is the first thing that I use every morning and every time I go to bed. I wash my face with this, 30 seconds. I just put it on my face, massage it, wash it with water, and then I dry my face out. It leaves the face refreshed and ready for the other products that I'm going to be talking about. So secondly, we start with the toner. So the toner here, it helps to balance pH levels, and it also prepares for other products, and also gives a deep cleaning of the face. So usually you will spray this on a cotton pad and kind of clean the face with it, or you can just, like I did, you just spray it on your face. If you're really busy with stuff and you gotta do something quick, you can just spray on your face really quick. And it has a lot of good things like aloe vera, and which helps calm the face, refresh the face, and it helps to heal it. Secondly, I go with this vitamin C serum. It contains 100% natural vitamin C and also other extracts that helps with reducing the inflammation in the face, and this magic liquid, it fixed my acne spots. It really just made my skin smooth. What it also does, it actually also uplifts the natural tone, and it makes the skin even, one color. It's great. So with this, you just open this up. I'm gonna do that now. And you kind of take that. It looks like this. You put it on your hands, and after you kind of just spread around the face just like that, and it's great, absorbs it in the skin really quickly, and this will just fix all your acne problems. I'm telling you, it's great. Now lastly, what I do is I use this moisturizing cream that he also formulated. It has a lot of extracts and oils that kind of just locks everything in and gives moisture to the face. It gives shine, it makes the skin younger. Even though I'm 17, it makes the skin younger. It's ridiculous. And so this is the last thing I use to kind of locks all the product in, and it will last the whole day.
Segment 3. Nomination opens for AC Awards 2021 in Alberta and Ontario. Nominate those making a difference in the community, nonprofit, business, or career here at www.diversitymag.ca/AC Awards 2021. In other diversity magazine news, we're now accepting content for the fall edition of Diversity Magazine print, over 30,000 copies to be distributed in Edmonton, Calgary, across Alberta, Toronto, and cities across Ontario. Text 780-709-0965 for more information. Diversity Magazine's next community engagement in the northern Alberta city of Fort McMurray, the only platform where you can have such an opportunity. Due to numerous requests from those who want to be an authority in their field, share their opinions or passions, now is the time. Thank you sincerely for your support. As always, we're most honored to tell you your exciting stories here at Diversity TV. Segment 4. Fashion and Beauty Time on Diversity TV. Some collection of fashion from Africanable 2021 from Bowie and Kathy Designs. Bowie is originally from Botswana and Kathy is from Barbados. They met on a fashion photo shoot just before the pandemic lockdown. They immediately clicked and decided to collaborate and design clothing together. Even during lockdown, they worked together and made new clothing designs. Take a look at some of their wonderful collections. Before we go to our next segment, a word from our supporters. Segment 5. Meet these two fantastic ladies, Alexandria from RBC and Mona Lisa from Futurepreneur, who share the good news of BESP, Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, supporting young Black entrepreneurs from 18 to 39 years of age with startup loans financing from $5,000 to $60,000, 2 years mentorship, plus access to resources and networking opportunities with fellow entrepreneurs across Canada. Watch the full interview here on Diversity TV.
RBC announced our commitment of $100 million over 5 years to enable economic growth and wealth creation for Black entrepreneurs. So as part of our action plan against the issues of systemic racism. So BESP, as fondly called, which means Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, is part of this action plan, which is what we'll be discussing today. What is BESP? How can people take advantage of it? So this is what I call taking action to support Black entrepreneurs. The BESP program, it's a funding collaboration with Futurepreneur Canada, designed to bring about a more inclusive and equitable financing opportunity for emerging young Black entrepreneurs. You'll agree with me that every capital injection to any business will definitely, it's a game changer. So for RBC to take this laudable initiative, it's something worth commendable. Over to you, Mona Lisa.
Thank you, Alexandria. So yes, the Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, what is it about? How did we truly tailor and how are we really addressing barriers faced by young Black entrepreneurs? So first of all, the credit piece. So of course, it is still a loan. So we still look at your credit report and your credit background, as well as your business plan and your cash flow projection. So these two elements are key because it helps us see how you're going to generate revenue, how you're going to be able to generate to repay the loan, and how you and why also you need the loan. And so all these elements we look at in analyzing your file. And so the number one issue faced by young Black entrepreneurs is general access to funding. So the way we address that, normally a Futurepreneur loan is a one-time opportunity for your business because we only help startups. And so once you get a loan, then you can't come back to get additional money from us. So for the Black Entrepreneur Startup Program, we added a key component, which is follow-on financing. So if you're able to access a loan a first time, no matter the amount, you're eligible to up to $40,000 of follow-on financing after 2 years. So that's a key element in helping scale the successful businesses that we helped initially launch, right? So that's one way that we addressed it. Another important thing that you need to understand, Futurepreneur only helps to fund startups. So a startup for us is between 1 to 12 months of generating significant revenue. So you need to be able to prove that to us and also make sure that you fit it.
Segment 6. Coronavirus Project Cool Times. COVID-19 cases numbers in Alberta are on the rise again, with an increase of over 629 cases on August 24th, 2021. Masks are still currently required in certain public indoor settings. These include using public transit, including rideshare vehicles, taxis, motor coaches, and shuttles. Working in or visiting any continuing care facility, as well as any facility operated by AHS, Convenant, or their contracted service providers. Municipalities and businesses can set their own masking requirements, such as requiring staff and or customers to wear masks inside a place of business. While masks are no longer required in most situations, it is important to support those who opt to continue wearing them. Learn more at www.alberta.ca. Segment 7. What do we have today for Diversity TV International News? Well, in America, Paul Franklin, an Iowa woman, was sentenced to 25 years because she drove her SUV into 2 children to try and kill them because of their race, striking a 14-year-old Latina girl who got bruises, cuts, and struck a 12-year-old black boy, saying she run him over because he is just like ISIS. He's not supposed to be there and he's going to take me out. Source is ABC News. In the continent of Africa, Hiseni Habre, died this week in a hospital in Senegal. He was a Chadian politician and convicted war criminal who served as the 5th president of Chad from 1982 until he was deposed in 1990. He was brought to power with the support of France and the United States, who provided training, arms, and financing. In international sports news, the Africa Cup of Nations draw took place in Yaoundé, Cameroon, scheduled Group A, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, Cape Verde. Group B, Senegal, Zimbabwe, Guinea, Malawi. Group C, Morocco, Ghana, Comoros, Gabon. Group D, Nigeria, Egypt, Sudan, Guinea-Bissau. Group E, Algeria, Sierra Leone, Equatorial Guinea, Ivory Coast. Group F, Tunisia, Mali, Mauritania, Gambia. The tournament will feature 24 teams and runs from 9th January to 6th February of 2022. Segment 8. What are we cooking this week for Dish of the Week? Our last stop on this Diversity Magazine community engagement in Calgary is at Ahinke's Kitchen with Veronica Kunbi Olalere to sample some cultural delicacies in the backdrop of an exciting TV show coming up in networks on cable and social media. Hear from Veronica Olalere in her own words, speaking to Diversity TV.
In order to be a part of our goal, of our mission to nurture harmonies in homes, we put this cooking show together so that families can come and cook. And the very first season is Daddy's Recipe. Amazing. I cannot even say more. And this show is going to be airing very soon on Telus Optic TV, and also it's going to be on YouTube for those that are not in Calgary or in Alberta. So Daddy's Recipe is a dad and a child, or a dad and children coming together to cook any meal. It is not a competition at all. Our goal is so that we can create memories with this family, so that these kids can see it. We could influence the next generation.
Segment 9. We have lots of community announcements this week. Diversity Magazine's next community engagement is on the long weekend of September 3rd, 2021 in the northern Alberta city of Fort McMurray. There's election season in Canada and Alberta, with federal elections scheduled for September 20th and municipal elections on October 18th, 2021. Why is it important to take part in the elections? Elections affect how much money you earn in a minimum wage job, how many of your brothers and sisters can come to Canada each year, how much support your nonprofit gets financially, and most importantly, how much your business can get for loans. It can also affect what happens when someone racially abuses you on the street, or when the systemic racism in Canada pokes its ugly head at you. As a matter of fact, every aspect of your life is affected by politicians, and you should be involved in who gets the political jobs. Diversity TV will be bringing you different politicians vying for positions in the 2 elections to share their visions. Solomon College Connections to Employment and Food Service Program are currently taking applications for students that will start in September. The deadlines to register are for Connections, August 27th, 2021, and for the Quest program, September 27th, 2021. A small reminder of each program. The Connections to Employment program focuses on occupations within the retail industry: customer service, merchandiser, meat cutting, and bakery assistant. The requirements for this program are: you have to be a permanent resident, not currently receiving EI, and CLB 4. The Food Service Supervisory Preparation Program is designed to help students acquire strong workplace essential skills needed for future leadership roles within the food service industry and hospitality industry. The requirements for this program is you have to be a permanent resident or citizen not born in Canada, a completion of high school, and a minimum of CLB 5. Solomon College's Quest program is a 3-month training program focused on employment in the warehouse sector. The requirements are a minimum of CLB 3 to 6 in all skill areas. You have to be a permanent resident or Canadian citizen not born in Canada, and no previous education in Canada except LINC or ESL. Also, you have to be not on employment insurance currently, and a minimum of basic computer skills. We invited a student and instructor to share their experiences and the next intake.
It's very nice program. They have many things. And also in my life, I don't know about before. I don't know about first aid. It's very useful in our society and also my family. Yeah, about the food safety to give the if I work in the restaurant or in the store, it's good things to give them safe food, and also in my home. And also I don't know this. I did not know before that kind of things. And for the safety about the women.
To Employment is a really special program. We get these amazing people like Kiros coming who are so hardworking and they're ready to go to work and they just need some support. So our program gives them 2 months, 8 weeks of training. So we cover essential skills for the workplace, language for the workplace. In particular, this program focuses on retail and merchandising positions. And then we also make sure they have safety knowledge and safety certificates like first aid, WMIS, and food safety, which employers really value. And then we also, like Kiro said, we make sure that we are giving them a lot of tools and help to make sure they have a great resume, cover letter, they know how to apply for jobs online, they have the skills and the confidence to go into interviews and get those jobs that they want. We run this program 3 times a year, and our next program starts in September. We also start in January and in May. So if students are interested, they can contact Solomon College, they can go to our website, and the number is easy to find, or they can reach out by email, whatever they're comfortable with, and we'll get them the information they need, and we'll start the registration process right away so that they can be in this really helpful program.
New in town, Eat Jamaica, a grocery store selling Caribbean grocery products on 9518 Leslie Road, Edmonton. Hear from one of the founders, Kim Ann Wilson.
Wagwan Edmonton, hello, my name is Kim Ann Wilson, one of the owners of Eat Jamaican grocery store, where we sell everything Jamaican, straight from yard, straight from Jamaica. So produce, meats, delicacies, drinks, beverage, jerk chicken and jerk pork on the weekends. So you can come in and shop and feel like you're in Jamaica.
So welcome to Diversity TV, Neva. I know you're here to talk to us about insurance. Can you tell us a little bit about what you want to talk to us today about?
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for having me today. I thought today's topic would be auto insurance. I know here in the office, we get a lot of questions around auto insurance. Whether you're a newcomer or you've been in Canada for many years, it can be a little bit confusing. So with auto insurance, there's 2 types of plans that you can get, and one is basic and then one is full coverage. And that could be described either as one-way coverage or 2-way coverage. So I thought we'd talk a bit about what the differences are, and from there discuss what's the best way to choose an insurance company, because there's lots of options out there, and it really depends on what your individual needs are, what you're looking for.
For those maybe who don't know, maybe let's start with someone who doesn't know about auto insurance. What is the basic coverage?
So the basic coverage is what the government mandates. So that would be your liability insurance and accident benefits. The liability insurance is meant to pay for damages to another vehicle or for injuries caused to another person. The accident benefit side is for you. So it's if you're injured or hurt in an accident, it pays for lost wages, housekeeping, treatments, those types of things. And you really have a range. The government says that the mandatory limit is 200,000, but most insurance companies will recommend $1 million to $2 million because of how the coverage is broken down. It's $1 million for injuries, and then 10% of that amount would go to repair the other vehicle. So with the $1 million, you're essentially getting $100,000 towards repairing the other vehicle involved in the accident.
And what about the other type of insurance?
So that would be the full coverage or two-way insurance. And that's where now you're purchasing the insurance company's individual coverage. So that would include collision coverage and comprehensive coverage. So collision would be to pay for damages to the vehicle, and comprehensive coverage would be for, especially in Calgary recently, it would be for hail, vandalism, theft. If you were to hit an animal on the road on your way to Banff, that type of thing is covered under your comprehensive coverage. And it typically is associated with a deductible. And it can range anywhere from $250 up to $2,000 for your deductible. So it really depends on each person and what they're looking for.
Okay, and what would you recommend? What insurance would you recommend? I know you said it depends on the person, but like maybe we could say one person is new to Canada and another person might have been here for some time. What insurance would you recommend to those two people?
Well, it really depends on the year, make, and model of the vehicle that the person's driving and the purchase price. So, for example, if you're driving a 2021 Honda Civic, that may be different than driving a 2002 Honda Civic. Because if you're involved in a car accident where the vehicle is written off, you want to make sure that your insurance is paying to replace that vehicle, especially if you're driving a 2021 versus a 2002 vehicle.
Okay, so people who are driving maybe a little bit newer cars should look more towards the two-way coverage.
Yes, definitely, because if you, for example, have a $500 deductible in your policy, you would be paying the first $500 to the body shop, or paying that first amount out of your pocket, and then the insurance company is paying for the rest. So if you have a vehicle that's worth $50,000, you want to make sure that the insurance is paying up to that $50,000 if it's written off or needs some repairs. Whereas if you're driving an older vehicle and it's worth $2,000, you're now weighing, am I paying more in insurance than I am if the vehicle needed to be written off? But keeping in mind, if you don't have that vehicle available to you, you also want to make sure you've got some money saved or accessible to replace that car that's worth $2,000.
Okay. And is there anything else you wanted to tell us today?
I think it's big on how you choose an insurance company, because there's so much available to you out there. We have companies out there that are call centers. We have companies like myself at Desjardins Insurance where we're more in the community and accessible. You can walk in, you can call in, and we're here for you. It's more of a relationship building type of experience. And then you have other companies that are located in shopping malls. So it's really what you're looking for. You want to make sure that you're calling your insurance company, asking questions about how long does it take for you to respond to a claim? What is your pricing like? Do you do annual reviews? That's a huge one because life changes in a year. As we know, during these COVID times, you may be driving less. You may have had a child move out of the home. You may have one less driver. So all those things impact your service and also your pricing at the end of the day if you're going through some changes within a year and need some updates.
Thank you for watching Diversity TV Community Newscast. Be the first to get our community newscast as it happens. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification on our Diversity TV YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Our website is www.diversityplus.ca. See you next week.